Welcome back to Race Mountain Speedway. It's time to get started with Round 2 of the British Invasion Car Tournament. Round 2 will consist of 4 heats. Today's open track racing action is brought to you by MagTrack, a toy car racing system by 3D Bump Maker, coming soon. Today we've got 2 heats of racing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one. Up first in the McLaren F1 GTR is the original Kid Midas, followed by Alan Ray Locklear in the Jaguar XJ220. In the second row, we've got Helmut Quad driving the McLaren 720S and Sluggerman 93 in the McLaren P1. Going back to the back row, we have 502 I'm Coming Through driving the Lotus Esprit and Hot Wheel Racer Mike in the white McLaren P1. Here they are lined up behind the pace car. The 2 favorites in this race are going to be the original Kid Midas and Alan Ray Locklear. And here we go with the start of Round 2, Heat 1. The original Kid Midas out with an early lead. Alan Ray Locklear slams into his side. Looks like that hit did something to that McLaren. He definitely slowed down. But the original Kid Midas was able to hold on to that first place spot, followed by 502 I'm Coming Through and Alan Ray Locklear. And we've got a caution out on the track. We haven't seen one of these in a while. There's Helmut Quad and Sluggerman 93. They're doing fine, but Hot Wheel Racer Mike has fallen completely off the track and landed on a flatbed truck. Hopefully he's okay. Let's take a look at the replay. That Jaguar got stalled on the track, causing a pileup, and Hot Wheel Racer Mike just got forced off the track. Right there, he gets sideswiped by Sluggerman 93, and it looks like he may have caused some damage to the Race Mountain hearse. It's going to take a while for the track crews to get back there to check on him. So we're just going to leave him there and get back to the racing. We're down to 5 cars with 3 laps left. 502 I'm Coming Through with a slight lead going into turn 1. Alan Ray Locklear passes on the outside. He loses control coming out of 2. His car is skidding all over the place. And 502 I'm Coming Through regains the lead with a last-minute pass going into the merger. It's a real battle out there on the track for that first place position. Sluggerman 93 getting his car wedged underneath Helmut Quad. Let's take another look at that last-minute pass. Alan Ray Locklear ping-ponging off the side walls. 502 I'm Coming Through making that pass going in reverse. A very impressive maneuver. Track crews working at getting that hearse down from there. That McLaren still stuck on top of that truck. I mean, they could probably just drive it forward and roll it off. Here we go at the start of lap 3. 502 I'm Coming Through with the lead going into 1. He's followed by Alan Ray Locklear. Whoa, they make big contact over there on 2. That sends 502 out of control. And Alan Ray Locklear takes the lead going into the 4th and final lap. I think that collision did some damage to that Lotus Esprit. Either that or it did some damage to the driver. He was just bouncing off the walls left and right. Here it is again. Alan Ray Locklear slamming into the back of 502 I'm Coming Through. And here's how they'll be lined up going into the final lap. Alan Ray Locklear and 502 I'm Coming Through leading them down the ramp. And it's a tight race between those 2 drivers. The real battle here is going to be for that 3rd position spot. This may be the best race of this heat. 502 with the lead, and it's going to be 502 I'm Coming Through, the original Kid Midas, and Alan Ray Locklear taking those top 3 spots to advance on to the semifinals. 502 I'm Coming Through in the black Lotus Esprit is driving for my Hot Wheels collection. The original Kid Midas in the McLaren F1 GTR is driving for Guitarded and Broke, and Alan Ray Locklear in the Jaguar XJ220 is driving for Michael's Diecast Garage. Don't go anywhere, we've got more racing after the break.
Maker, 3D Bot Maker. He makes the Hot Wheels accessories, the ones that all really need. 3D Bot Maker, 3D Bot Maker, 3D Bot Maker.
This Diecast Sports presentation is brought to you by the good folks at 3dbotmaker.com and viewers like you. Thank you.
You're watching the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League, the home of Diecast Sports Action Racing.
Welcome back. It's time for Heat 2 of Round 2 in the British Invasion Car Tournament. Up first in this heat, we have Don Hill driving in the Aston Martin DB10. Next to him is A to Z Racer in the Lotus Project M250. Going back to the second row, we have Deranged Art in the Lotus Esprit S1. Next to him will be Red Cowboy 95 in the Aston Martin 177. And finally in the last row, we have Wagon Man 65 driving the Morris Wagon. This will be a 4-lap race with the top 3 advancing on to the semi-final round. And here we go with the start of Heat 2. Don Hill out in the lead, followed by A to Z Racer. A to Z Racer pulling ahead. He loses control coming out of 2, and he stops right before the finish. Ouch! He gets slammed by Don Hill. Oh my goodness! Wagon Man 65 recklessly driving that Morris wagon in reverse. That's going to cost him, as he's going to have to go to the back of the pack now. A to Z Racer, with a little too much speed coming out of 2, sends him out of control, and that is the worst place to stop with your car. Although it looks like he made it out just fine. I don't know what Wagon Man 65 was thinking there. Here's how they'll be lined up going into lap 2. A to Z Racer in the lead with that yellow Lotus Project M250. Deranged Art moving up ahead of Don Hill. He swapped some paint with A to Z Racer. A to Z Racer with some impressive driving there. Great handling on those turns. And of course, here comes Wagon Man slamming into everybody's car. I think that huge blown motor is blocking his vision. So far, a strong performance out there today on the track by A to Z Racer. He'll be leading going into the 3rd lap. We've got 2 laps left. Next to him will be Red Cowboy 95 in the Aston Martin 177. A to Z Racer leading going into turn 1. He spins out, but he gains control. He gets pounded by Red Cowboy 95, but he's going to hold on to the lead going into the 4th lap. And look at that last-minute pass by Deranged Art. That's going to put him in 2nd place going into the last lap. A very strategic move there. He was side by side with Red Cowboy, but made a quick move to the left to get that 2nd place spot. And here's how they'll be lined up going into the final lap. A to Z Racer and Deranged Art in the front row. It's a tight race between A to Z Racer and Deranged Art. A to Z Racer pulling ahead. And A to Z Racer all by himself spins out of control, but he will take the 1st place spot going into the semifinals. Where's everybody else? Wagon Man 65 over on his side. We've got 2 cars stuck over on turn 2. We're still missing 1. There he is. Red Cowboy 95 stuck over on turn 1. These 4 drivers are going to have a race-off for those last 2 spots. Deranged Art in the lead going into 1. He's keeping that car straight. Looks like Deranged Art will be taking that 2nd place spot, followed by Wagon Man. What? Crazy reckless driving Wagon Man is going to the semifinals? What is going on here? We've got to see a replay what happened at the finish. And wow, a tight race there at the finish between Wagon Man 65 and Don Hill. I did not expect to see Wagon Man making it into the semifinals. Wagon Man 65 driving for my Hot Wheels collection. Deranged Art in the black Lotus Esprit S1 is driving for Colorado Gresham Racing. And A to Z Racer in the yellow Lotus Project M250 is also driving for my Hot Wheels collection. We hope you've enjoyed today's race. If you did, hit that like button. We've still got 2 heats of round 2. Make sure you're subscribed and notified. You've been watching the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League, the home of Diecast Sports Action Racing.